India's real GDP has been estimated to have grown by 8.2% in the July to September quarter of the current financial year 2025 to 2026 over the growth rate of 5.6% in the same quarter of the previous fiscal, officials' data showed on Friday. The National Statistics Office, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation has released the quarterly estimates of gross domestic product for the July to September quarter. India's nominal GDP grew at an 8.7% rate during the September quarter, data showed today. In the April to June quarter, India's real GDP grew 7.8% over the growth rate of 6.5% in the same quarter of the previous fiscal. India's nominal GDP grew at an 8.8%, the rate during the said quarter. Let's have a look at what economists have to say about this.
Certainly a very good achievement, and we should continue. Hopefully, we will continue to get 8.2% growth rate for a long time. I think, in a sense, that some of the measures the government has taken promises to do that. For example, the GST liberalization of GST rates, the new labor policy, and if some of the states bites it and increases the limit from 500 to 1,000 or whatever it is, then it would even really leave further scope for increasing employment in industries. Small industries can now with this grow a little more, and once they grow, of course, they will employ more people. And so these are good measures that have been taken. And these are long overdue in a sense, In a sense, the government wanted to do this some 10 years ago, but then it sort of backed down. But now they have really got it moving, and that's really a good thing. I think the kind of things we have done in infrastructure, in roads, connectivity, that has been an investment going on for a long time. But these are investments which take time to mature or time to give some results. And we are beginning to see that all this connectivity has made a difference. Another thing I think is important in this area is reducing the logistics cost. Now, we have made progress here. Significant reduction has taken place. For example, transport has been reduced. Digital administration of many things. But I think there is scope for further. We have around 30-35% is the logistics cost today. That can be reduced to maybe 20, even 10%. That would really be very, very good, and it will encourage our exports. Now,
Yes, as you rightly said, these are very impressive numbers. Real GDP growth of 8.2% in Q2 has come in, and what is more striking is that these numbers have come in on top of a 7.8% growth in Q1, clearly suggesting important growth momentum. Highest growth in 6 quarters, certainly very achievable, very remarkable. This growth was driven by services, 9.2% growth, and manufacturing, which grew by 9.1%. The growth in manufacturing was particularly significant because on a YOY basis, on a year-on-year basis, this grew by 2.2% last year. Services and manufacturing were the two important growth drivers. Inflation has been consistently downtrending, and this provided a conducive environment for sustained growth. Private consumption, which accounts for 57% of GDP, rose 7.9% on a year-on-year basis. Now, taking all these things together, our take is that India's growth trajectory is not an isolated spike, but is a sustained trend reflecting underlying economic resilience and momentum.
The main sector from the output side is the manufacturing sector, which in the second quarter has shown a growth of 9.1%. From the services side, there is another sector, which is financial, real estate, and professional services. That has contributed 10.2% growth. It has also a high weight. So these two sectors from the output side, one from the industry side and from the services side, these have contributed to this remarkable growth of 8.2%.
And sir, with the GDP growth at 8.2% in Q2, do you see this momentum sustaining in the second half of the year amid this global uncertainties?
Well, if we combine second quarter with first quarter, the first half growth comes out to be 8%. The second half growth will be lower than this, but it would be still about 6.5%, slightly above the RBI projections. And if we put these together, we expect that for the annual growth, it would not be less than 7.2%. In all probability, it will be higher than 7.2%, in spite of the fact that there are global supply side uncertainties.